Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello and welcome to the match preview. How are you all doing? This is Sheffield United versus Peterborough, 3 p.m. at Bramall Lane. Hal, how's it going, mate?
Oh, no cricket, so I was busy doing this today.
Okay, that is great. It's
really good.
Fantastic.
There's a bit in it where you can actually colour in like a cricketer's clothes, but of course they wear whites, so it was really easy, that bit. I was really good at that.
Very good, very good. I like that. It could have been a one-dayer though, couldn't it?
Could have been a one-day, a bit of T20 for something from the IPL. I like what you've done there. I'm also going to tell you the name of the referee for this encounter against Peterborough. It is Stephen Martin from Staffordshire. And Nick, I know you've got previous with him.
Yeah, I'm sick of him. I'm going to be honest.
You've never heard of
it.
I
remember the last time he refereed us. When was it, Hal?
Yeah, well, I don't know, and you don't know either.
As long as you don't do his accent and say duck loads of times.
I promise I won't do that, having lived in Stoke for 3 years. It is a wonderful place. Now, this game is not on TV, but in an unrelated matter, why not get NordVPN? Head to nordvpn.com/TSUW. 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free, as you hopefully heard at the start of this video.
Yeah, and you can pretend to be in a different country, can't you, Hal? So, like, obviously, like we say, you can't get it at a 3 o'clock kickoff. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We don't know.
We just don't know. We'll leave that with you to make your own decisions there. Nick, can I say something?
You can say whatever you want, my friend.
Thank you. Well, that's a good point, because we don't really have to be careful about what we say, because this is our fan channel and we're just fans. But there's been a few things that have been said, and we've received quite a few interesting messages over the past few days, and I thought it was important to address some of that. So the most important thing for Nick and I in the Sheffield United way is representing the views of you, the fans. So if you feel your voice isn't being heard, then talk to us. Post-game fan cams, that's a new outlet where all opinions can be heard. Please know you can always reach out. If you don't want to be on camera, that's not your thing, or for other reasons, just email us and we will dedicate time to your views and your opinions, as that's what we're here for. We listen to everyone. We want to be representative. Our email address is thesheffunitedway@gmail.com. Thank you.
We've got no agenda, have we? We've got absolutely no agenda. People can come on this channel and say whatever they want. We're not putting words in anybody's mouth. However, I am looking forward to this game because we can lead some cheers, can't we, Hal, against Peterborough? We can lead some cheers. I can't wait for it. Anyway, so shall we talk about the last game against Luton?
If we have to.
Yeah, we're going to have to, aren't we? We've spoken about it quite a lot on the channel, but I've not written any notes whatsoever down for this because, I don't want to spend too much time on it. We weren't very good. We had, 2 shots on target, little dribblers that went straight to the goalkeeper. McBurney had one in the first half that went wildly wide. That was about it. They hit the crossbar. They hit the side netting. They had lots and lots and lots better chances than we did. And we probably had, 65, 70% possession, something like that. And we just did not a lot with it. Hal was there with me. We enjoyed our day, didn't we? We went to a cafe. That was really lovely. We drank 0 alcohol. That was not so lovely. But
the people of Luton were great because we didn't actually have enough cash. I didn't have enough cash in the cafe, and they just let us off. So, that was great. It was a good experience in terms of the people, and I think I found people to be very friendly. I got lost. Someone helped me when I was trying to find you. There was also that other moment when I told you that fella was following me. But you know what? It was a mixed day.
I think that you're just trying to get back on side with Luton Town fans here.
It's been a tough couple of weeks, I'll be honest with you.
We won't go back into that one. I think a lot of people probably know what we're talking about if they watch the fan cam videos. But yeah, we'll move on from Luton. We'll not talk about Luton again for, I don't know, maybe a couple of months, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you want to tell us last time out what happened?
We've got to go all the way back to League One. Saturday, the 17th of September 2016, a 1-0 Blades win, and Matty Doan scoring the all-important goal in the first half, just 13 minutes in, steering the ball past then posh keeper 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐿. That was at the near post. It was a great setup bit of play by Kieran Freeman. Gosh, I miss him. Wonderful low cross. The attendance then, again, I think it will be higher this time round. I keep saying this every time we do these. 19,555. Nick, are you interested in the lineup for that match for the Blades?
I am. I always am. I love these.
More in goal. Then we had Jake Wright, which is why we didn't lose. We had Ebanks, Landell and Jack O'Connell as your back three. Then across the middle, we had Freeman and Lafferty. Then your three in the middle, Basham, Coates, Duffy. Up front, Matty Doan, and who else? Billy Sharp.
Billy Sharp. Okay. I thought you were going to say Keelan Lavery, but yeah, fair enough. That's a weird back three, though, I would say, because I always thought of Ebanks Landell as the central centre-back, but are we bothered?
He was the central centre-back, so it was Wright, Ebanks, Landell and O'Connell, so Wright on the right.
Right on the right?
Even though he was left-footed,
I don't think it was. I think.
Well, that's according to the Big British Castle. I'm looking at the BBC website, so hopefully they're right.
Yeah, Sky Sports can't get it right, so I don't think BBC are that much better than them, to be honest. So
the opinions of In Good Nick, not necessarily the Sheffield United way.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's move on to some team news, shall we? So, I'm going to try and give you some team news. However, Slav didn't seem to know any of the team news. So I'm going to attempt to give you what I know anyway. So first of all, Didsey, which made me laugh, and I had to say Tal, he called David McGoldrick, David, the same name, but without the R. So, and he said he got a calf strain, which was always great to hear. I love that. Muse, Ender Stevens, both back soon. Again, they've not even spoken about them, so who knows? We've done the maths, and it seems like they should be back round about now within a week, possibly. But yeah, I don't know. Olsen, again, we don't bloody know. We don't know because they're not giving us any sort of information. Like Olsen, we don't know whether he's isolating. This is something about him not being registered. I ain't got a clue. It sounds like
calm you with that slightly. So 25-man squad, we've registered 22. That leaves 3 spaces. And as long as all the paperwork was submitted in a timely manner on transfer deadline day, which we have been assured it was, this won't be an issue. So they can just add that. That of course makes sense because we can add free transfers as well after that. So there's room on there. It's fine.
No, I'm just saying for this game. I know that you can add more, obviously, as the season goes on, as long as the paperwork's done. But he's obviously not registered for this game. That's what's been said. And Slav even himself didn't know. Either he didn't know or he didn't want to let on that we're going to have League One Wes in the net for this game.
He will have to isolate, as you say. He'll have to probably. I don't even know if he's double vaccinated, so that will also add on to his amount of time if he isn't.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really looking forward to seeing Olsen in the net. He had a great week with Sweden. And yeah, a little bit gutted that we're not going to be seeing. However, let's bring up the team. This is what the predicted 11 is from me. So first of all, in the net, obviously, who else but League One Wes?
League One Wes.
League One Wes. Are we crazy?
League One Wes. Are we crazy?
Are we crazy? I had to play that because this is possibly the last time we're going to see that. So, League One Wes in the net. Are we crazy? Back 3, Chris Basham, John Egan, Ben Davis. Fullbacks, or wingbacks, should I say. I'm going to go for Baldock. He might not be fit, but we've not heard anything from him. He obviously got injured against Luton Town. Came off quite early, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think Bogle had a great game when he played. And he didn't have a good game against Derby either. So I've gone Baldock. Reece Norrington Davis, I think he's been excellent since he's come in. So I'm going to stick him straight in at left wing back. And then this is the weird part. So first of all, Conor Hourihane, he's not played a lot of football for Villa. However, he did play some minutes for Ireland in the week. He's not had much time training with the lads. So we think he's going to play, but Fleck might play. Who knows? I'm going Hourihane because that's who I want to see. Sander Berge, I've gone for him on the right-hand side, even though Sander Berge might not be playing in this game. And then we've gone Gibbs-White in that attacking midfield role. And I did say in the Gibbs-White video that I would eat one of my hats if he doesn't play. So I'm really hoping that he does. Saying that, looking at this team, the one player that we were going on about after that Luton game, who was that, Hal?
McBurney.
Wow.
Freeman.
Jeez. I'm not going to throw it to you again.
I knew it was Freeman. I just know how much you love Ollie McBurney.
We were going on about Freeman, that he needs to start in this next game, and then neither of us put him in our starting lineup. So I'd like to see him, but if he doesn't play and we play this side, I'm happy because this is my preferred 11, obviously. And then up front, we've got Ryan Brewster, who scored midweek, that penalty, and Billy Sharp, who obviously scores goals. There we go. Done and dusted, Hal. On to you.
Yeah, I mean, no real heights up front there in your team, but hey, it's your team. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree that you're right.
Well, you might think I'm wrong, but a lot of other people might think I'm right because
pop it in the comments.
Ollie McBurney. Are you crazy?
I like Statsman Adam. He tweeted us and said that when Wes Foderingham meets Robin Olsen, he's going to say his name is Wes. League One Wes, like James Bond. I think works quite well. Peterborough is what we're talking about next, but of course I will just mention that Hourihane has been on his national duty since he signed, so we'll only have had 3 days with the lads before the match. So you could be right, Nick. It might be Fleck. It might be Hourihane next to Berge. Now, Peterborough lost on the opening day to Luton Town, but this has been followed up with performances that have proven that the Posh are at the required level for the championship. They have a good strike partnership in Jack the Blade Marriott and Johnson Clark Harris. Both have won League One golden boots. Posh, I would call them a sophisticated footballing side. They are not, and this might surprise you, a big physical side. That's not how Darren Ferguson has been operating. Posh are adaptable, unpredictable, attacking, full of flair in the final third, and solid and settled at the back. They're a hard-working opponent. They're going to be a team that's difficult to break down. If you think we're just going to roll up and smash Peterborough, it's not going to be that way. But who would say something as stupid as that? on the other side of things, Peterborough do have the second worst defence in the league, though. That's on expected goals from open play. Only Hull City have allowed a higher number. We will need to watch out for the skillful Siriki Dembele, linked with the Blades, and Connor Coventry, who is a season-long loan from, with a surname like that. Nick, do you want to guess? Connor Coventry, that's right, West Ham. He is a central midfielder who was captain of West Ham's under-23 side last season. So my predicted Posh 11, a 4-3-1-2, Christy Pym in goal, Nathan Thompson, Frankie Kent, Dan Butler and Joel Ward at the back, then Siriki Dembele, Connor Coventry, we could call him Connor West Ham, Jack Taylor. Then we've got Sami Smodjic, probably pronounced that wrong, and up front, Marriott and Clark Harris. That is your Peterborough predicted 11.
Exciting. Anyway, let's move on because I don't know many of those players, especially not Connor Cheltenham, did you say?
Connor Daventry, yep.
Yeah, Connor Daventry, okay. Let's move on to score predictions, shall we, mate? Go on, give me yours.
Because when we last played them, we beat them 1-0 with Matty Doan. I actually think it's going to be the same score, but it's unlikely that Doan will get that goal. So instead, I will go with the player he played up front with in that game in 2016. So Billy Sharp. And by the way, get that banner back on the Kop. Billy Sharp scores goals. I don't know why the club have taken it down. If they could bring that back, that'd be fantastic. We have a great relationship with the club. That's actually one thing I also wanted to just briefly mention, because people suggested that we don't. We love Sheffield United Football Club. We want them to succeed. We know people that work there. They've always been brilliant with us, and personally have helped me out in the past with a number of things like charity events, signed shirts and that sort of stuff. So I just want to make that very, very clear. It isn't us versus them. we're with them all the way.
Yeah. Well, we had the owner on our channel, didn't we? So
that happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Did it?
It was a thing, and it happened.
I'm right. Yeah. Even if we didn't remember, we definitely remember from Twitter, won't we? We get tweets about it constantly. Anyway, shall we? Oh no, I need to give you my score prediction, don't I? I've gone 2-0. I'm going to go Morgan Gibbs-White. I just love him. I just love the man. I'm obviously Billy Sharp. Who else?
It takes as long to say MGW as it does to say Morgan Gibbs-White.
I do know that.
I can't think of any other abbreviated initialism that would be like that.
It's silly because Morgan Gibbs-White is 3 syllables, isn't it?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll be crazy. Put your predictions below, please. Player connections, Nick. Give me yours.
First of all, I'm going to go with my main man, Louis Reed, who I always thought he was going to make it at Sheffield United. Always. But I realised whilst watching Louis Reed that even though he was a lovely footballer, didn't have a lot more going for his game. He barely gave the ball away. Like I said, great footballer, nice passer of the ball. Just didn't do a lot else. So, yeah, unfortunately, he got moved on. 39 games, though. In 4 seasons, I don't think it was quite 4 seasons. But, yeah, 2014 to 2018, 39 appearances, 0 goals. Even though, Hal, you might remember him going close against Spurs when we lost that game. No, it wasn't. We drew, didn't we? It was... God, I can't even remember now. It was 2-2, wasn't it? It was 2-2.
The one at Bramall Lane, but because of 𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐝𝐕𝐏𝍍's handball in the first leg, it was all over by the shouting. Yeah,
it pretty much was. But Louis Reed went really close when we were 2-1 up.
So that's your best Louis Reed memory, is him nearly scoring. Even Nick Montgomery scored.
Well, he didn't score a goal. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah, he was brilliant on Football Manager 16 as well, with unreal potential.
But he has scored 2 goals. Well, he did score 2 goals for Peterborough in 69 games, but obviously in a lower level. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, carry on, Hal. It's probably not, but go on.
Daniel Patrick Lafferty is who I'm going to give you, the Derry-born left-back who originally started his career at Celtic, which is a football team in Scotland. He also played for Burnley, which is where Sheffield United got him on from a loan, which we then made permanent. He actually played about the same amount of games on loan as he did permanently. It was like 21 games on loan, 25 games permanently. And then we sent him to Peterborough on loan before he went back home to Shamrock Rovers. Daniel Lafferty, in my opinion, a very underrated left wing back who, of course, got us out of the mire at home against Chesterfield on that final home game where we really weren't playing well. But yeah, he had a storm of that game.
He did. He had a storm of a lot of games, and he got a lot of stick from some gentleman behind me all the time. I thought at one point his full name was Bloody Hell Lafferty. That's how much.
He was great at Rochdale away as well. I remember. I think he scored a good goal there. Yeah, good player. Definitely decent player at League One level and possibly Championship as well.
Yeah, I think he could have done Championship job. But obviously, Enda Stevens came in, and Enda Stevens was not head and shoulders better, but yeah, slightly better.
A shampoo better.
Yes, definitely that thing that I don't know what you're on about. Let's move on to one of my favourite players. I always used to call him Connor Washdog. I absolutely love Washdog. He ran his socks off. He was a terrible Billy Sharp. That's what he was. He looked just like Billy Sharp, but didn't score the goals, didn't have the presence up front, didn't have a lot, really. He just looked a little bit like Billy Sharp when he ran. So, yeah, Connor Washington, he scored a grand total of 0 goals for Sheffield United in 15 games. I remember him scoring 1 goal, but it was choked off for, I don't know, a handball offside, something from a corner. Yeah, before that, he'd played 82 games for Peterborough, scoring 20. So not too bad for Peterborough. Didn't do a great deal for QPR, and then did next to nothing for us. So that is Connor Washington in a nutshell, Hal.
I signed him for Sheffield United, as you might recall. His wife trained at the same gym as me. I knew her personal trainer. I spent a lot of time speaking to that personal trainer about how great Sheffield United was. And I said, would you mention to Connor's wife what a great move that would be for him, how wonderful the club is? She then sold it to him. He signed about 2 weeks later. Facts.
Yeah, and we thank you for that, Hal.
You're very welcome. The other player I helped sign for a similar way was Dean Sturridge. So I have a fantastic scouting track record of strikers. I'm gonna
Great
give
player,
you...
though, Dean Sturridge. Great player. It's not for Sheffield United.
No, for Derby. Craig Alcock, who is a player that I had the chance to speak to. His dad was serving in the military. He was also a keen cricketer as well, Craig Alcock, and a very intelligent footballer. Studied his A levels. Did really well at A level, got some really good grades. But yeah, his dad was serving in the military, which meant that with my other role in my other life, I was able to get some insight and speak to him and people that knew him. So I really wanted him to succeed at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane, but it's fair to say the defender didn't. 27 appearances, again, no goals. He seemed to have picked players that didn't score a lot of goals, but he's fondly remembered at Peterborough United, just shy of 100 appearances between 2011 and 2014.
I think he was one of those players that unjustly got a lot of stick. I don't think he was anywhere near as bad as what people made out, but he's one of them names that people remember as a poor player. But anyway,
Do pop your players that played for both down below. Nick, can you think of any more just before we wrap up?
𝐒𝐴𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼?
𝐒𝐴𝐫𝐸𝐿𝐼, terrible player, scored against us for Derby. That was all that Warnock needed to then go and sign him. Jonathan Hunt, Saji Burton.
Terrible.
John Cullen.
Yeah, so bad. I remember John Cullen. He was such a terrible striker. He's one of them that I remember
as being a striker.
Yeah,
John Cullen. I seem to recall him playing everywhere. He was like midfielder, could play in defence. From Hartlepool, yeah.
I'm literally sure that he was a striker.
I thought he
played up front for us anyway. Definitely played up. Oh, it says midfield, but he's definitely a striker. 100% striker.
100%. John, if you're watching, get in touch. Florent Cavelier, the goalkeeper, and Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, the centre-back.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you. They're trying to turn us against each other, Hal. Don't let them do it.
You're right, Nick. We've got to stick together in these tough, turbulent times. You're absolutely spot on.
Absolutely. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow for the match reaction. Have a good one.